But it's not all bad. I recently got a promotion at work. That's a thing that happened to me. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Went out and celebrated the way I don't normally celebrate things. I went out and got myself a one-night stand, ladies and gentlemen. Well, see, that's not the reaction I'm going for. Here's the thing, I'm 41 years old. Having a one-night stand when you're 41 is no longer like sexy or cool, you know? I feel like having a one-night stand at 41 is like buying Capri Sun for yourself at 41. You know, it's like I feel like I'm too old for this. I can't believe I paid for this. And half the time I try and put the straw and it bends in half, you know what I'm talking about. I moved to Texas a couple of years ago. I feel like moving to any new place has its fair share of challenges. I think the hardest thing for me personally has been meeting new people. I've discovered it's because I do not look like a very friendly person. That laughter is called peer review. That's true, I get a lot of glares across the way to Cheesecake Factory, you know. I think people see me across the bar and they're like, I would interact with that man, but he looks like he masturbates to drone strike footage, so. Hey, they took away our Pornhub, don't blame me for being creative, okay? This was imposed on me. I do meet a lot of people doing comedy. They're just never people I would want to interact with if I had my way about it. I was doing a show in Houston recently, and a guy walked up to me after the show, and he's like, dude, you're awesome. I want to hang out with you. Which would be fine, except for he was all alone and wearing nothing but clothes that had Confederate flags on them. That's troubling. And the entire time he's talking to me, I can't think of one reason why I would want to interact with this man at all, right? But then this gentleman shows me the biggest bag of drugs I've ever seen in my life. And all of a sudden I'm starting to think, change isn't going to happen in a vacuum, you know what I mean? You gotta get out there and meet somebody, you know? So I go back to his truck and start doing drugs with him. And I'm quickly reminded this guy's under racist ideologies that I personally don't agree with, which puts me in a weird circumstance, right? Like, how do you tell a person you disagree with them, but continue to do their drugs for free? What am I supposed to say? Like, hey man, how about less white power or more white power? You know? I don't fuck with the KKK, but I do fuck with yay. All right. I moved here from Oklahoma. Are there any fans of Oklahoma in the building tonight? Exactly what I said from the Texas audience. That's what I love about you all. You're very proud of where you come from. I can't relate because nobody's proud to be from Oklahoma, you know? Like Texas has that great motto, come and take it. I love that. Oklahoma doesn't have a motto, but if it did, it would be, you can have it. You know what I mean? Sometimes people boo me here when I say that I'm from Oklahoma. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Like, what are you booing? Like, boo, we go live in Gamble. Like, boo, we go live by aggressively potent weed. Or boo, your governor can still use his legs. Mad. I do like that we legalized weed in Oklahoma. I was very proud of that up until a point. I was proud to tell all of my friends that were too cowardly to smoke weed when it was legal. Got way too into weed for my taste. It's true, they've become big dorks about it. Like, they don't call it getting high or getting stoned anymore. You know what they call it? They call it getting medicated. Yuck. You bought your medication in a place you used to be a Long John Silver, so let's be honest about ourselves. All my friends that smoke weed now, they try to make every experience of it this deep introspective thing. It's gotta mean something when they do it. They make plans around it. My friends will be like, you know what I need to do this weekend? I just need to go out to the woods, smoke a joint, and forgive my grandmother for leaving me in a Cracker Barrel. Pointless. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a pretty simple guy. Like, what I like to do when I smoke weed is just stay at home alone and ask my Alexa questions it couldn't possibly know the answers to. It's my idea of a good time. I like to smoke a joint and be like, hey Alexa, if I'm bitten by a werewolf, will I turn into a bald werewolf? And Alexa's got no answers for me. For a moment, I feel like a beating machine, right? Until I sober up a little bit and realize, oh dang, I don't own an Alexa. What am I doing now? Been asking your paper plate what the weather is like for far too long. Now, I'm more of a drinker myself. I like to drink. I just feel like it gets me into all kinds of unnecessary trouble. I feel like some people, they probably need a breathalyzer in their vehicle. I personally feel like I need a breathalyzer on my phone. That's where I get into trouble. I don't think it's a good idea to black out drunk and have access to everything and everyone on the planet in your pocket, you know? I don't think that was God's plan. I'll do weird stuff on my phone after I've been drinking. Like one night, I got blackout drunk and I friended everybody else with the same name as me on Facebook. You ever do that? I now have 52 other friends also named Deacon. Turned it into a fun little game every once in a while. When I'm feeling bored, I'll just take one of their profile pictures, make it my profile picture, and start commenting on stuff on their Facebook wall. It's a security feature Mark Zuckerberg didn't think about. One time, one of the other angry deacons, he posted a picture of him and his dad hanging out, and at 3:30 in the morning, I commented on that photo, damn, Dad's out there killing it with that butt. And Andrew's dad was quick to respond. He's like, Andrew, you being serious right now? And I said, Dad, being serious, that ass is amazing. And he heart reacted to that comment. He was weird to me. But then Andrew Deacon woke up, he paralyzed the whole situation, he said, I don't know what's going on right now, I think I've been hacked. And I said, no, I haven't, I'm just confused and horny. Anyways, that's my time, my name's Andrew. Thank you all.